Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I am Robelle Autonomy and today we're here to talk about Wuthering Waves. Today, I'm here to talk about the drip marketing. Yup. Alright, I'm a little bit late to the party. Hope that's okay, but I waited because I knew there was gonna be two characters next patch. And lo and behold, here they are. So we have Augusta. And we have Iuno. Alright, and oh my goodness. Let's take a look at them, alright? So in a post-lament, Anthropocene stars intertwine. Let's take a look at this. Let's head to the full screen! Alright, so everyone's very excited as we can see. We got 29k likes. Holy moly, doing numbers. 1 million views. Alright, let's take a look at her drip marketing art. Holy moly. Alright, Augusta. 5-star, all sun touches is ours to fight for. Or all the sun touches is ours to fight for. And here we have her gallantly standing above the gladiators, leading them to protect the city. Alright, leading them the battle for glory. Alright, the F4, the undefeated champion. I saw a lot of people talking about how her design is a little fan-service-y, but if I'm gonna be honest, if you look at gladiators, if you look at what they wore, I think she has more clothes than a regular gladiator. Cause like, it would be like the guy, they have their breastplate, and then like I don't even know if they weren't wearing pants. That their legs were definitely exposed. Maybe they had like shorts or something, or like a skirt. And then they would have the helmet, and then the arm braces. Alright. Augusta over here, she's got extra clothing covering up everything, alright? She's got this long part in the front, she's got this long part in the back, alright? Instead of having just the bare chest, alright, she's got this clothing covering up here, she's got a cape. She's more covered up than your average, historically accurate gladiator. So I think this design is fantastic. Definitely, if I'm gonna be honest, looks kinda like what Mavuika from Genshin Impact should have been, if we're going to be completely honest. This looks more like a God of War than what Genshin gave us, but both of the games are their own unique flavors, so I'm not here to say if one is better than the other, but I will say I am a big fan of Augusta's design. It is really cool. Definitely, there is an air of aura farming that just comes from her just standing there. Like, I don't even think she's trying to look cool. She's just standing there. We can see she has a really big sword, right? A broadsword character. Her sword is gigantic though, so I'm really curious to see how it looks in game. Very excited to see what her moveset is. She looks fantastic. Alright, let's see here. Augusta is the undefeated gladiator in the arena and a fearless leader with a will of iron. She is a mere mortal, but has reached heights of glory attempted by only a few, and her blade speaks her power loud and clear. That is correct. The broad blades you've had in this game have not been very big, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, they're big, they're anime swords of course, but nothing that is the size of this claymore. I mean, this is something that Guts from Berserk would be holding. Alright, that is not a regular sword, that is a hunk of steel, that is a hunk of iron. Alright, now let's take a look at the animated drip marketing here. Alright, oh, it's playing already. Alright, let's take a look. One second, move over here. Make sure that this quality is up there. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, that's so sick. The griffin, the confident look. She's looking down on us. Huge. Alright, honestly, wait a minute. Or I'm guessing she's electric? That's unique. But she has this sun motif going on in her design. But she's electric, huh? That's really cool. Where are you? No, thank you, Brax. Very cool. Okay, I'm liking that. Now let's take a look at her next drip marketing. Not too much to say here, aside from she looks really cool. Very somber in her look. I'm guessing, yeah, she's, I guess, confirm, I guess, electric broadblade, or maybe this is also fire. And they're showing us that the fire is gonna look like lightning, but I feel like it'd be easy to just make her electric. Alright, let's take a look at our next character here. Our Iuno. Back to the other screen. Bada bing, bada boom. Our Iuno! Stars intertwine, plus lemon, Anthropocene. While the moon cycles, I remain the anchor. Our Iuno is a priestess and well known in Septima for being a prodigy. She is blessed with the infallible ability to see the future by studying how moonlight changes. Blessings can be curses by another name, some may say, and they may be correct, but Iuno is not one to bow to conventions. She strives to bring variation to the constants of fate, the way she brought moonlight set against daylight. While the moon cycles, I remain the anchor. That's really cool. Let's take a look at her full art here. Alright, so we have people in here. Part of her art. I love that her thing is moon-shaped. Actually, let's go back. Oh, her thing, okay, Augusta's thing is sun-shaped, so we got the sun and moon. Alright, Iuno is an absolutely gorgeous character. If I had to choose between the two, I do think Iuno looks a bit nicer to me. Which, pretty lucky that she's in second half. Maybe we have enough pulls to pull for her by the time she releases. Who knows? Who knows? But, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Very, very curious. Lots of crescents in her design. Funny enough, her design is more fan servicey than Augusta. Alright, I remember seeing her model in-game, and I thought her design was very, very spicy. She seemed kind of tsundere. I couldn't tell. We haven't interacted with her enough to really tell, but I definitely liked her character from what I saw. She is definitely one of the characters of all time. Definitely, like, she's really pretty, and her outfit is, again, pretty spicy, alright? Lots of her leg is exposed. Alright, her chest here, and this was wild to me, alright? So she has the two split parts, but that's not fully covering her chest. Alright, she has this kind of middle piece here that looks kind of like a bikini. Alright, down below, that is actually a peek at her bare skin. It is not attached, and that was wild to me. I remember noticing that in-game. Having her in the water is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the animation now. Alright, here we have it. Alright, that is... She did not have a headpiece like this, so I'm guessing this is something else. Yeah, and like, look, that is crazy to me. That is some next level fan service for Wuthering Waves. Alright, normally they got skin-tight outfits. This time it's a skin-tight outfit, and you can look at the bare skin underneath. Crazy. What an elegant character, though. Elegant and powerful. I like that a lot. I'm wondering what this is. Is this her weapon, perhaps? It looks kind of like a bow, but we don't have bows in this game. It could be a chakram as well. But we don't have bows in this game. Normally we got guns, so I don't see how bow would be really effective. Well, unless it's like Archer and like Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. And I bring him up because he's been in Hawkeye Star Rail, where he's got like the super duper bow shot that just like it's like a nuke when you shoot it. That could be cool. Otherwise, maybe she's just a support character. Like, this design is so elegant. I can't really imagine it fighting in combat. It's very hard to imagine what her moveset is. Like Augusta, she's got the big sword. You know she's gonna be hitting like crazy hard. I mean, we have a pretty big sword user already in Zanny. I mean, she's a gauntlets, but her weapon is a big sword. The shield turns into a big sword. But Augusta, it's just flat on a big sword. So I'm excited to see how she plays. But Iuno, I don't know how she could play. Maybe she plays like a dancer, lots of very, very smooth movements that flow well together. That could be the case, like a belly dancer almost. Or, and I would really like it if they did this, if they made her like a brawler type character. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen the anime Magi. But there's an anime called Magi. It has a genie. There's a girl character in there. Oh, what was her name again? I forgot. But she had, Morgiana, that's her name. She had this red hair, and she had a very, very similar outfit to this. Actually, let me even pull her up. Let me even pull her up. And Morgiana, her character, her fighting style was she was a brawler. She was all about the crazy punches, the crazy kicks. Is that an official screenshot? She looks a bit off model here. But like, she was all about the hands, the brawling. If Iuno fights like that, I can see that. I can see it. I think there was a, oh, here it is. Here it is. This is probably a better look at the character. It's really low res because it is a GIF, or a GIF. But this is Morgiana. As you can see, the outfit's very, very similar. If anything, actually, this one's more fan servicey. So I can most definitely imagine her. I imagine her having a very similar vibe to Iuno. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for these characters. I did just pull Frolova because I just finished the 2.5 story, so I don't have any pulls. I'm cooked. I don't think I could get them. I could try, but I feel like I've won too much. There's no way Kuro Games keeps letting me win. Like, guys, I won my... I got Zani, I got Cardathea, I got Chacona, I got Lupa. Like, I can't stop winning. I literally can't stop winning. So, like, my streak has to end somewhere, and this might be the spot, alright? Iuno and Augusta, I don't know if I could put for them. But I mean, if Augusta's an electric main DPS though, that's gonna be rough for me. Now, Iuno, like, there's lots of water. There's not really a water type in this game, so I'm curious as to what Iuno could be. Like, by all means, she could be just about anything. I mean, like, Cardathea has, like, this water look. But they kind of, like, make her arrow and make her wind by saying, like, oh, she's the storm. And, like, well, when there's storms, there's rain, but there's also wind. And so that's kind of how they've kind of made Cardathea this kind of, like, they gave her a water moveset, but she's wind somehow. That could be the case with Iuno. Maybe she's arrow? That's hard to imagine, though. I don't know. Well, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. I'm excited to see the character. And I'm excited to see what she does, because, like, I feel like with Augusta, I feel like it'll be pretty straightforward. She's gonna swing her big sword, do lots of damage, right? I am curious how they integrate electricity into that. Like, if she's, like, a heavy sword user, but she moves lightning fast, that would be crazy. That would be super interesting. Iuno, on the other hand, I can imagine her being either, like, really powerful and really elegant. I'm excited to see the movesets. Anyway, with that one, I would say that is it. That is all for the chip marketing. Alright, I'm excited for next patch. I think look forward to another Wuthering Waves video pretty soon. I want to do a review of the current patch. Actually, not even the patch, just the story. I want to talk about it. I want to start talking about the stories in these gacha games and what I think of them. Because I was very impressed about the Wuthering Waves 2.5 story, but I'll go into detail about that later. Anyway, with that one, hope you all had a good one. Alright, remember, continuation nice, so I will see you all next time. Oh yeah, if you are pulling for Iuno or Augusta, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Alright, and subscribe if you want to see more. Bell notification as per usual. And now, so I will see you next time. Bye-bye!